Warning, F-bombs are armed and may be dropped. This is the first video about the October logout since the end of the logout. Review of how it went. Bad. I think the entire world over there was really only one, me. There's a few things from this I've found. One thing, I'm definitely going to increase the frequency to include at least Australia, Britain, and Canada's national election cycles. You Aussies are driving me crazy. I want you to know that. Exemption, big fat exemption, I guess really does need to be made for live streams. That was probably a mistake. I really should have not included live streams. Live streams don't generally get interrupted during the stream with commercials, so you're kind of safe there. And the next one is nobody knew about it. It's just that simple. Nobody seemed to know about it. I think there was like 6 people on Earth that actually heard, and I guess they didn't really understand. So definitely something I'm going to have to address. All right, the purpose of the logout was not just this temper tantrum like Fix says. The purpose is for as many people to not be on, first of all, the big 3, that's Twitter, fuck YouTube, and Fascist Book. Walk away from them for a month and have them see the drop in viewership, which means loss of money, because that's the only thing they seem to understand is money. At the end of the day, even Marky Mark's weird and completely illegal voting scheme where basically he still has absolute control of the company cannot survive a loss of around 20% of gross revenues. That would kill any company because you can't keep the lights on. That's important. Another small mistake. I learned about Parler before, but I didn't really make the connection. Parler is doing or starting to do the same things. They're restricting people because they don't like what that was said. Well, fuck you too. All right? You don't have to like what was said as long as it's, if you can go into court and say, yes, this comment was untrue, this statement was untrue, or it was legitimately dangerous, right? Somebody goes on to Parler, Twitter, whatever, and says, no, 2 + 2 = 5. Well, that's provably wrong and untruthful. Somebody goes on to whatever and says, we have to kill all of the green buckets. Green bucket over here, so that's how I picked on those. Yeah, that's legitimately dangerous to green buckets. And yeah, maybe you should do something about that. I'm getting hit for bullshit. I spent most of October actually in Fascist Book prison for something I did back in June that they will not tell me what it was. I got the screenshots to prove. I don't know what I went in for. All right, there's just this little box, like they removed it, but the thing says that I was being informed that same day that your post has been removed for violating community standards. If you think this is an error, let us know. Well, what was it? I have no idea. The worst part, maybe it did legitimately violate community standards. That's impossible. But let's just pretend it did. I don't know what it was that I did. How can I tell you that it doesn't? I continue to say that Twitter is the worst of the worst, right? Well, I take that back. Reddit is the worst of the worst. But Reddit is a shit site. Nobody really does that, other than the people who've been permanently banned on Twitter and Facebook, right? That's what Reddit exists for. Quora has decided that they're going that direction as well. So they're a purveyor of Gras Louche, and it's time to take them into the family as well. So no Quora, no Parler, or very restricted Parler, no Twitter. Like, if you have a Twitter account, log out. As soon as this video is done, log out. Don't ever go back. Right? Jack Dorsey actually belongs on death row. Yeah, I said that. Jack Dorsey belongs on death row. That shooting in France a couple days ago? Twitter. Yeah. And he knows about the problem, and he steadfastly refuses to do anything about it. So, there's that. YouTube is really, really bad, but the next worst is Facebook. Marky Mark belongs in prison. He really does. He belongs in prison. I mean, I know the collies sat there and lectured him about, what was it, dinner parties with alt-right nationalists or some shit like that. Well, I mean, consider the source. It's AOC. She's a born and bred liar. She couldn't tell the truth if it was the only thing she could say. So there you go. There's that. Yeah, Mark. You know, we put members of the Nazi Party in prison for less than what Marky Mark has done. There it is. That's the truth. Next up, YouTube is really bad. My entire channel is already marked as not appropriate for children. I did that. I made sure that the entire channel was marked not appropriate for children. If it were up to me, it would actually be marked not appropriate for anyone under 21. Right? That's the truth. But you know what? If you're 18, you can vote. There you go. I can't say, oh, yes, you're an adult enough to vote, but you're not adult enough to hear the truth. You need to hear the truth at 16 or younger. But that's not the way that the world can work. So, okay. At 18, I have to make this crap available to you. That's the way it is. So, to my viewers, first of all, I'm going to try to put together a single month of the year for Australia and Britain so that this month you don't watch YouTube, you don't go on Facebook, you don't go on Twitter, you don't go to Quora, you don't go to, or you restrict yourself on Parler, that sort of thing. Live streams, yeah, okay, fine. Live streams, go ahead. Other than that, nothing. Just don't waste your time. Because all you're hearing is lies. And I'm not even going to waste your time by being nice about it. YouTube in particular, and this is the one that keeps getting me. YouTube in particular is actually pushing people. You watch Tim Pool videos, so they decide you need to see the Young Turks. No, you don't. The Young Turks are off in La La Land. I don't even know what their malfunction is. But they're off in La La Land lying to themselves. And Shank, I'm calling you out particularly. Yeah, Armenia, bitch. They will absolutely make YouTube will absolutely make sure that you hear the lies and not the truth. Fascist Book will just punish you for telling the truth. All right, well, they all punish you for telling the truth. All right, that's the simple way it is. Getting off this list. And that's really the point, is to get these 5 to fix their behavior so that they actually act like adults. They use a level playing field. So you want to get off this list, here's where you start. YouTube. No more marking. No more flagging. Somebody flags all of the above. Somebody flags you right, wrong, or indifferent. First thing you have to do is tell whoever got flagged who flagged them so that you can block them. Right? I know I got flagged on Fascist Book for something I did back in June. I don't know what it is. I don't know who flagged me. I have no idea. I want that lying little cocksucker out of my life forever, and I don't know who he is. It's as simple as that. So, I have to tell you who reported it. Nothing more than 24 hours. And an appeal, if it cannot be proven, the claim, the flag cannot be proven true, the appeal is processed automatically. And it has to be something provably untrue that endangers lives or a call to violence. If it's not one of the two of those, that's it. You can't touch them. Habitual flagging abusers will be put in Fascist Book prison or Quora prison or whatever for 30 days. Make 5 reports in a month, and all 5 of them prove to be false. You are actually aiding and abetting terrorism at that point. You go to Gulag and you stay there until you figure out what your malfunction is. Now, I know that's not going to happen, and that is unfortunate. It is what it is. Okay. Every year we'll have to go through this game of taking 25% of their ad revenue away by not seeing it. All right. Alternatives. Well, Discord is a big alternative for now. BitChute. It's actually a lot better than YouTube in some ways. They just don't support live streaming. They keep swearing they're going to do it. No. That's okay. What's some other ones? Actually, that's most of the list right there. I think ThinkSpot, but they've got some sort of weird algorithm issues that I won't use them. Once you figure out how to make your site work, come talk to me. Sorry, that's about it. I'm going to go a little bit shitpost here and say it's not just the United States that's at risk. It's not just Australia or Britain or France. There's people dead in France now because of this. So you want me to sit here and blow sunshine up your ass? Fuck you. I'm going to tell you the truth. And I hope it hurts. People are dead in France because the big three can't be honest. That's the truth. I want to make a little bit of a shout out to Ted Cruz. that ridiculous on its face comment bordered so hard on calling Jack a liar. You don't even want me to start on this issue. But Ted, good on you for telling the truth, and it hurt. We need to start telling the truth and letting it hurt. That's the way the world is. Hell, somebody had to tell me the truth, and he didn't say it in the nicest way, so it kind of hurt. But you know what? That's okay, because I kind of had it coming to me. The most dangerous lie on earth is the lie that you can tell yourself, I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the wrong thing. I'm doing the wrong thing, but for the right reason. No, Jack. No, Mark. You're not doing the right thing, and you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And you're getting people killed. It's as simple as that. The rest of you, keep calm, mandatory carry on, and and repeal France's gun laws, because they obviously aren't working.